Eldrazi are not only an extra dimensional threat in Magic lore, but also on our battlefields. I, for one, am not afraid to admit the amount of times I've cowered in fear against a resolved Reality Smasher or multiple Thought-Knot Seers. But it's the type of threat that never goes away, and in today's video, I wanted to talk about the latest iteration of Eldrazi Aggro in the Legacy format. A deck that's taking advantage of Eldrazi Linebreaker to provide haste and a lot of aggression. It's actually a relatively interactive package that has set its mark in the format. Eldrazi has gone through many iterations in the Legacy format, especially over the last year. We've seen it ebb and flow in terms of playability, a lot of discussions around cards that should and shouldn't be banned out of this deck. The most common sentiment is Kozilek's Command. But where we see a recent kind of divergence in the plan is a more aggressive angle. Now, I think one thing that really needs to be addressed before we even get into the game plan is some of the set symbols in this deck. There is a lot of modern horizons, if you will. Linebacker, Glaring Fleshraker, Kozilek's Command, Wastescape Battlemage, a lot of modern horizons alongside some stuff that we got in some older sets in the classics of Thought-Knot Seer and Reality Smasher. Now, a lot of these cards come together in an amalgamation pile of Eldrazi that's able to, in the Legacy metagame, not only be interactive, but aggressive. The Eldrazi Linebacker is kind of the key to this, where you're able to play it out, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, any creature you control, any target creature, it doesn't even need to be Eldrazi, so there actually is value to this outside of Eldrazi. That creature gets +X/+0 and haste, where X is the number of Eldrazi you control. So if you play this out on turn 1, maybe you have land into Lotus Petal into Simian Spirit Guide, you can then give this haste, and it's coming in as a 4/3 with haste because it can give itself +X/+0, where it counts itself as the Eldrazi. Past that, you're going to be able to do even more insane things where your second Eldrazi that you play, maybe it being like a Thought-Knot Seer, is able to get your opponent's removal out of their hand and then swing in for a little bit of a haste. There's a lot of powerful things you can do past that in Disruption when it comes to Chalice of the Void on 0/1 or 1 classic disruption against the majority of the Legacy format. Wasteland, just be able to get rid of opposing land-based strategies. So you are playing like some classic prison elements. Like you can't get away in this format right now without being able to play counter spells or play disruption in your opponent's mana bases. Because your opponent is just going to be doing dumb things in the Mystic Forge combo or with other Ancient Tomb strategies. Past that, you have a whole bevy of soul lands. Eye of Ugin does a soft impression of it. Being able to cost less, but not tapping for mana is actually very key. Eldrazi Temple being 2 mana for Eldrazi specifically. Ancient Tomb, our classic soul land. Cavern of Souls being the land we need to stop the Dazes and the Force of Wills from kind of doing what we needed to do. Wastescape Battlemage actually being relatively powerful, getting rid of key artifacts and enchantments, notably artifacts in a metagame like this. And so there's a lot of power in this deck in terms of what it's able to do in terms of damage with and without attacking. If you're thinking Glaring Fleshraker alongside Kozilek's Command, it's able to do a lot of non-combat damage, but obviously getting in with the Reality Smasher and Linebreaker gives it a lot of angles. And what you're going to see in this gameplay is not only a lot of success in the plan, but also some key mistakes. In game 3, I will point out the fact that I actually do make a relatively interesting error in casting certain spells. You have to be careful in the mana that you put into this deck, especially because certain spells, all of them, actually specifically require colorless, not just generic. And so when you tap certain spells, you have to declare how you're tapping them, especially when it comes to in paper and online and the sequencing of all of that. So thankfully, it doesn't really come into matter, or it kind of does. Well, you'll see how it kind of ends up in game 3, but you'll see how opponents are able to answer back and be faster, but also how we are able to put our pedal to the metal and really be aggressive in the early game. Enjoy this gameplay of Eldrazi Aggro in Legacy. Of course, I want to play first as the Eldrazi Aggro deck. Cavern for a little bit of anti-blue. I can get out Linebreaker on turn 2, which doesn't seem that bad. I mean, yeah, like this just plays an aggro line and like not much else, but I think that's kind of the point. Like not all hands can have like Chalice and everything. So yeah, yeah, I kind of have to reveal myself either way. Like, I guess what I'm supposed to do is play Cavern of Souls, naming Eldrazi. Yeah, I'm supposed to play Cavern, and then I'm supposed to save the Temple. Temple's like more valuable. if they like Wasteland me. So first main opponent mulligans once. We'll go Cavern, and then we'll name Eldrazi. Eldrazi are uncounterable, fam. Uncounterable, fam. Draw step. 2/2s. I'm gonna hit you with an Eldrazi right now. Okay. Wooded Foothills. They pass. No counter. We are going to be drawing a card. Ooh, Thought-Knot Seer. I would love to play that next turn. So we're going to play Eldrazi Temple. Play out the Linebacker. Red and 2. Use them all, baby. Go to combat. Yeah, no response. This thing gains haste and is now a 4/3. Go to attack. If this hits you, you're now at 15. Not bad. You know, well, you have to crack Wooded Foothills. That's what I mean. So, all right, we're at 15. We're doing damage. We're on the board. Okay, Gruul Surveil Land in 2025. Gruul Surveil Land. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Squee! This is Dredge. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Pretty sure this is Dredge, right? Lord knows, the last time I played against Dredge in Legacy, so I'm making assumptions here, but the last time I played against Dredge in Legacy. Okay. Mountain? No, I don't think Dredge is... Oh, no, it's quite literally goblins. Okay, I'm making some crap up. Like, I don't know why I thought this was in Dredge. But okay. All right, it's quite literally just goblins. All right, kind of a Muxus coming our way. It really depends. I mean, we're gonna Thought-Knot them. Yeah, we're gonna Thought-Knot them. Then we can set up... Or do we set up a Fleshraker now? Do we set up a Fleshraker now? Because we can do something like actually pretty nutty with that. No, I think we go Secluded and then name Eldrazi, and we kind of just slow them down. I think it's just Thought-Knot Seer. It's uncounterable. That's the thing I always have to remember. Yeah, it's always gonna be you. Hit you with it. Food chain. Okay. Okay. Quite literally. Okay. Okay. Do I take food chain? They play 1 munitions expert next turn. Play 1. Yeah, that kills the linebacker. I think it is food chain. Go to combat. This is gonna give this thing haste. No response. Go to attacks. Bang bang. This can be... No, it can't be chopped. But this thing got haste. I don't... Wait, what? Wait, why? Oh. Wait, what? Okay. Why wouldn't you chump the other thing? Why did you just take all that damage for free? You can chump this thing. This just gives haste. Okay. All right, sure. I mean, you munitions expert here. You deal 3 damage, you kill the linebacker, which is fair. So I took food chain. They drew a land, which is important to know for the ringleader. Okay. Really interesting that they didn't just play out the fetch. So the munitions expert comes down. Problem with this now is that... Yeah, problem with this now is that... Factor thing. Yeah, they're gonna... Like, they can destroy the Thought-Knot Seer next turn. So how do I deal with that? I think it's just Kozilek's command. I think it's just Kozilek's command X equals 2. Like when they play it. Oh, or I could just play Reality Smasher. Okay. I think that I think that's gonna be the plan. All right. Let's Cavern naming Eldrazi. Bang. Let's make it like mega uncounterable. It is mega uncounterable. Reality Smasher coming in. Combat. Attack. So you have to chump one. You have to chump one, which is the beauty of this. So now they cannot munitions expert this. You're at 2. I don't know how possibly you even come back from this. You have to go land 2 goblins to even like destroy this, and then you have to like chump this out. So there was technically an out, but all right. Eldrazi Aggro just got there. We're up against goblins. Big gobs. I think it's just Dismember. How many activated abilities I care about? Yo. Legacy meta. Oh my god. Goblins. Legacy goblins. Okay. Big gobs. Come on. If Goldfish will load up, I'm pretty sure it's just Dismembers. You could play Chalice. There's merit. I think you definitely keep the Simians going on the draw. I don't know. Chalice is not great, eh? It doesn't seem like it is. Okay, like, what's going on with Goldfish right now? Why is it the one time I need Goldfish? It's okay. You know what? Where's my dang phone? Where's my dang phone? Because when it comes to something like Legacy Goblins, I have to understand their interactions here. Okay, the whole Goldfish website is just getting pounded right now for whatever reason. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'll try it on my data. Yeah, the Goldfish data is getting pounded. All right, whatever. We're going to submit it like this. I think this is generally correct. I actually think I want to drop Chalice altogether and maybe just play Disruptor Flute. Like I guess, right? Like truly, if you wanted something, it's Disruptor Flute. Yeah, because I could just name a spell and just cast more. Like I just name Muxus or something. Yeah, all right. Goldfish not looking to help me here. I refuse to use MTG top 8. Okay, this hand. Turn 2 is a Reality Smasher. Might be good enough. Okay. But it also does a lot of damage to me. I will have to Dismember. I can't even use the Simian Spear Guide really to do that. They mulled once, which is nice. We'll get the extra card. Very interactive, but this Kozilek's command might be able to get us there. Maybe. Yeah, Ancient Tomb and Dismember. Not great cards I'm looking for against a deck like this, but okay. Hierarch is fine. I will destroy that though. I will Dismember this. I will Dismember this. I need to slow them down. Yeah, I do need to slow them down. I will play this out and then pass. Generally speaking, Lotus Petals are best played out in most situations. Lackey. Okay, sure. Okay. You can cheat something out. Good to know. I'm actually kind of tempted to just remove that. Like, truthfully. I don't need them playing Muxus. I'm actually really tempted to just like destroy that. I could go X equals 2 just through the Glaring Fleshraker, which is a little unfortunate. So I can go Ancient Tomb, Fleshraker. I can't do all that. I can't be super greedy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have exactly 5. I wish I had 6, but okay. So I think I'll go Cavern of Souls. Name Eldrazi. We'll go Kozilek's command, X equals 1. Exile target creature with mana value X or less. And then probably just scry draw. And then exile. We'll go colorless, colorless, and then I have to sack this for white. X is currently 1. Okay. Okay. We're gonna put that at the bottom. That's fine. Okay. So I don't want that coming out. We got rid of the mana producer, which I think is important. I mean, if they play nothing, which would be really surprising, I will probably just be playing Glaring Fleshraker. Please bin it. Oh, they want it. Interesting. Interesting. They want it. Cavern of Souls. Yes. Naming Gobbo. No counter magic here. Food chain comes out. Very fair. That's going to be your way to get out what you need. I think. It's unfortunate, but I think we go exile, cast Glaring Fleshraker. This really sucks. It sets me back a lot, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, I think I want a Wasteland here. I'm going to Wasteland and destroy the commercial district. So any spells that they have that aren't goblin creatures, I restrict them a little more. I mean, they obviously have the food chain out already. Okay. But just in case there's any spells. Okay, you got Ancient Tomb. At least it's a painful land. I have to take solace in that fact. It's a painful land. Matron? Matron in a food chain. I mean, Matron puts it in hand. It's not like a thing. Okay. X plus 1. So you get 5 mana here. Ringleader is pretty damn good. Yup. Sack that for 4. I really thought I was cooking. I thought I was doing something here. 4 cards get revealed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into your hand. I mean, Prospector and another Matron is kind of insane. I'm pretty sure this is Muxus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Muxus, baby. This is an insane sequence of things, folks. You know what? I'm just gonna play it out. I'm just gonna let it play out just to get you to see what happens with these magic cards. But oh lord, it's been a minute since I played against a Muxus. Whenever Muxus attacks, so put all goblin creature cards with mana value 5 or less from among the top 6 that you reveal when it enters. And then when it attacks, get +1 until the end of the turn for each goblin you control. So Muxus, especially if it gets like a haste enabler. Oh wow, it actually kind of a whiff. Yeah, kind of a whiff. Kind of. It is a lot of, but there's a lot here. There is a lot here. Okay. So you can generate, yeah, you're generating insane. It's infinite mana because you have the squee. It's infinite mana. What are you possibly doing with that? Oh, you're just going to generate infinite mana and then sling gang me. Okay, yeah, I got you. All right, I understand. Okay. I won't make you go through the loop. So they're going to generate infinite mana, cast squee over and over again for positive X1 mana. Then they're going to use that mana to be able to eventually cast it over and over again to be able to sling gang me out of the game. Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. I think those are important to be able to get out thing. Devour. Honestly, everything here is like kind of good. Everything here is kind of good. I think you just run it back. Like, I think Disruptor Flute specifically is for that, it's not shops, it's Mystic Forge combo, but I think it's way better than Chalice, I think. Yo, this turn 1's an Eldrazi Linebacker, and I think that's good enough. and then you just Wasteland and you just take it from there. Truthfully, I think this is the best we're getting. How much are we mulliganing? Okay, so they mulligan. They not a mulligan every time here. So let's go Eldrazi. Let's go red. Let's do this. Actually, undo. Did I tap this for mana already? I'm actually dumb. I can't cast this now. I'm actually dumb. I can't cast this now. I needed this to be colorless. All right, I tapped my mana wrong. That's fine. I don't get to turn one a Linebreaker. I'm actually dumb. All right, that's fine. I don't get to turn. I'm down a turn on mana on Temple here. I'm being dumb here. Like fully just could have attacked with this. Could have gone in a free attack. Okay. This needs to be colorless. Ooh. Cost 2 less to cast? Okay, well, that would have been great alongside this linebacker. Let's play this. I only have so many sources of colorless, which is really sad, but I think I'm supposed to just still do this. I can't generate color. The key is I can't generate colorless mana. That's like one of the tough parts about this. And hopefully we still just get there. But I'm happy to keep this in because it shows you that mistake that you can make. A very important one, actually, that does come up. Next turn, they should be so much lower right now. Should be 4 less at this point. They should be even less. They should be less than 10. I would have played a second linebacker. This should be so much less. Okay, they put that in the graveyard. That's fine. Ancient Tomb is going to be a great Wasteland target. I will say Ancient Tomb is going to be a fantastic Wasteland target. No response. That's fine. You'll probably sack one and destroy the Lotus Petal or destroy target colorless permanent. That's fine. Okay, that works too. That's great. So we're gonna go linebacker here. Colorless red. We're gonna play the Wasteland. We're gonna. I could actually Thought-Knot with might actually be. Oh no, I can't. This doesn't generate mana. I need to destroy this. Combat. No response. Attack. Okay, hopefully that's enough. They should be at like 5 right now. I would quite literally be threatening lethal right now. Another Linebreaker is kind of funny. That doesn't generate mana. Yeah, I'm just like tempoed back, which is really frustrating. Go to attacks. Yeah, I'm just like tempoed back, which is really frustrating, but that's okay. See, the thing is I could play the Wastescape. That would have threatened lethal there. It would have gained like +0. I'm pretty sure that's enough. If my math is right, yeah, it's enough. I'm just worried about them having a removal spell, so I didn't want to all in commit. There's a world where they go untap mana right now, play the enchantment, and I want to make sure that I potentially have the line where I draw something and am able to stop them. Seething Song. Okay, they're at 5. It's quite literally the difference maker because I messed up. 4 cards, no 1-drops. Which is great. They have a broadside. They're just going to pass. So this thing has trample. They have to block it, which is kind of nice. Let's go Eye of Ugin here. Doesn't really matter. It's just gonna cost 2 less regardless. We can go Wastescape. We'll just cast for 1 colorless. And then we have it. That should be lethal right there. So you can't it's just like, this is gonna be lethal. Yeah. All right. So thankfully we did not lose this game off of a simple mistake that you can make. But hopefully we were able to kind of highlight a little bit of everything. So that's what happens in the open lobbies. GG's there. That is Eldrazi Aggro for you.